We've got heartbreak, breakups, and Gargoyle King shakeups, so let's break it all down on Sweetwater Secrets. Oh my goodness, Riverbabes. School is back in session and we have so much to discuss. I'm your host, Leanne Aguilera, and this is your Sweetwater Secrets after show for episode 310, chapter 45, The Stranger, which was jam-packed with plot twists. The Gargoyle King was revealed, Hiram was shot, the Black Hood came back into the picture, the SATs are here. I just don't even know where to begin.
Shut up! Let me think!
Deep breaths. Today I'm bringing you exclusive new interviews with Lili, Reinhart, and KJ Appa talking all about the episode's biggest moments, so let's jump right into all that with the blue and gold breakdown. We started off the episode knowing immediately that Archie is alive. Well, kind of. Apparently the new dead inside Archie returned to Riverdale, but rather than focusing on the fact that he escaped an illegal juvie fight club, was attacked by Hiram's farm floozy, and was just on the brink of death, his friends were focused on these earth-shattering questions instead.
What the hell happened to your hair?
Since when do you drink root beer floats?
You know, it's weird when Reggie is the only one who's asking about the things that matter.
What? You serious? You were attacked by a friggin' bear?
But forget everything because Archie was now faced with an even bigger problem.
What? SATs?
But the pressures of the test ended up being too much for our boy next door, so he stormed out of the room and had another Hiram-fueled panic attack in the bathroom. Conveniently, at the same time, a very smug Hiram was struck by a mysterious bullet, and Ronnie was looking to point fingers at her red-headed boo.
The fact that you could even ask me that.
By the end of the episode, Archie found a horrible new way to cope with all his demons. Now, over on the south side of things, with Fangs undercover with the Gargoyle Gang, he tipped Jughead off to a little Twiggy ceremony, and the Gargoyle King was finally revealed.
Tomboy?
Well, that was confusing and underwhelming. Now, even though the Serpents thought that he was dead, Tallboy revealed that he's been hiding out in Athens and that he was in fact the one who broke into the Cooper household and the one who murdered Joaquin. Honestly, I completely forgot about Joaquin, so I didn't care, but apparently Sweet Pea and Fangs did.
You're dead, son of a bitch!
Later, Jughead found Tallboy dead. Again, and the two Serpents claimed that it happened when he was trying to escape, so it was up to Juggy to find the best way to cover up a murder.
We're gonna throw a party.
But it looks like the Serpents are going to be just fine because there's a new sheriff in town.
You're looking at the new law in Riverdale.
Meanwhile, Alice Cooper reached a new level of crazy because she transferred all of Betty's college fund savings to the farm. In order to combat her cult-loving mother, Betty had to visit her serial killer father for some help in getting her money back. But the only thing Hal gave her was a bunch of lies. The former Black Hood tried to claim that he was the original Gargoyle King who killed Principal Featherhead on Ascension Night. But it was really just a way to keep Betty coming back to his creepy glass cell.
Oh, Betty, how I've missed you and our chats.
Betty's college fund is officially gone, and the farm is using that money to put their new headquarters at the Sisters of Quiet Mercy building because whatever, sure. And Betty is now using her demented dad as her new therapist. Were you shocked to see Hal Cooper again this episode? Yeah, so was Lili Reinhart. So take a look at what she told me when I asked her about Betty's father-daughter reunion.
You know, I think at this point, Betty, she still doesn't trust him. That's why she questions everything that he says. But I think she's desperate to figure out who the Gargoyle King is and trying to put this mystery together that she's been questioning the whole season so far. So she's gonna get what she can out of him and hopefully use whatever information he gives. Whether he's lying or not is the question. But, you know, they're not solving anything together. They're not a team. But I think she's just using any resources that she can. It just so happens to be her dad.
I just wanted some father-daughter time.
He's a very manipulative guy, but he's also her father. And it's like he does have a pull to her and they somehow find a connection again. And I'm not saying it's good, but I think it's a very interesting plot line. And it was very fun to go back and shoot because I really love that set.
Yeah.
It's like Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter, and
Straight up. Is he still behind the glass?
Yes. It's amazing. And that set is fun to shoot on. We play a lot with reflections and kind of like seeing each other through the glass. It's really cool.
Do you think Betty should trust Hal? Or are you over the whole Black Hood thing? Hit the comments below and tell me with your thoughts. But now let's shift our attention from jailbirds to lovebirds in this week's 7 Seconds in Heaven. Okay, so even though there was no Shoni or phallus in this episode and all we got from Bughead was a sweet little forehead kiss, I still suggest you Riverbabes grab a neck brace because we're about to get romantic whiplash from all the Varchie veggie back and forth in this episode. At first, tensions were high when Veronica first saw Archie was back in town, but within the first 5 seconds of reuniting, Varchie was back to doing, well, what they do best. Wait, hold up, V. What about Reggie? Yeah, you know, the guy you were literally just smooching on for the first time last week?
Reggie, cool it. Archie's back.
Wow, okay, cool. Actually, not cool, V. That was harsh. In fact, I almost didn't mind when an anxiety-filled Archie ditched your Espanol solo, but Reggie sure was fired up about it.
I'm talking about how you stormed out of the speakeasy like a little bitch, Andrew.
As if that wasn't obvious enough, Reggie also accidentally spilled the veggie beans to Archie.
Oh, crap.
But just as it looked like V was about to break things off with her man, they decided to postpone their pain so they could enjoy a night of pleasure. But once Hiram was shot and V made it clear she thought that Archie was the top suspect, things with Varchie came to a screeching halt.
It's over, isn't it?
But just look who was waiting there to help V pick up the pieces.
Reggie?
Goodness gracious, that was a whole lot of love triangle trauma, and if you're like me, then you need some insider answers. Luckily for you, I sat down with KJ Appa and asked him all about Archie's mindset in this episode, and here's what he had to say.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think, you know, the time that they spend apart, they meet people, as you do, and I think they're kind of on different roads when he comes back, and I feel like there's definitely potential for them to meet back again, but I think at the moment, you know, when he comes back, I don't think he's in the right headspace, and I don't think she has the time to kind of invest in that relationship.
How is Archie going to react when he discovers that there's now a new potential romance blossoming between Veronica and Reggie?
I think he gets it. I don't think Archie's the kind of person who, I mean, he wasn't expecting her to wait around for him, and he made that pretty clear, you know, during the phone call. So yeah, I mean, they're really good friends, and I think, you know, he's probably happier that it's someone that he knows that would take care of her instead of some, you know, a random dude maybe.
Do you think there's still a chance for Veronica and Archie to get back together?
Oh, for sure. This is Riverdale.
What do you think, Riverbabes? Are you hoping Varchie rises once again, or are you ready to see more Veggie Tales? Or who else thinks that Veronica should be single? Tell me in the comments, but then let's continue this thought process as we dive into hisses and kisses. Now, my first hiss of the night is honestly, well, it's going to Miss Veronica Lodge. And no, this is not just because two ridiculously attractive boys are vying for her attention, although, I mean, come on.
It isn't fair.
No, I'm sending hisses to the fact that she kind of treated both her boys like crap in this episode. Now, first she ghosted Reggie the second her Archiekins walked back into town, and then she was a little too quick to accuse Archie of shooting Hiram. Newsflash, Veronica, your dad sucks, and he has a lot of enemies, and last time I checked, you were one of them. Now, personally, I'm putting my money on the fact that Hermione shot him, but anyways, long rant short, all I'm saying is that I think you need to be single for a little bit now, V.
I don't disagree.
Next up, hisses to Tallboy for being revealed as the Gargoyle King. Are you freaking kidding me? That was so frustrating. Stop with the death fake-outs. I'm tired of it. I'm also going to take this time to double down on my bets and say that I think this is just another Black Hood fake-out. You know, like when Tallboy was supposedly the Black Hood.
He's dead, but he's the guy.
Who was he?
Gerald Petit, also known as Tallboy.
Nah. There's no way that the real Gargoyle King is Tallboy. The twigs just don't add up. Also, I'm sending hisses to Claudius Blossom. Why? Well, I feel like I should mention his death at some point in this Sweetwater episode, but I also think that his entire existence in Riverdale was so pointless, so there you go.
He's useless.
Go on.
Now let's shake off this negative energy and focus on some kisses, shall we? Now the biggest kiss of the episode is actually going to Hiram, but don't get too smug, dude. I'm sending a kiss to the fact that you were shot. It was glorious. Oh, and can we please all send a massive kiss to Fred Andrews? He may look sweet, but he reminded us what a true badass he is when he threatened Hiram Lodge.
Hiram, if you harm a hair on Archie's head, I will kill you.
Oh, be still my beating hot dad's of Riverdale loving heart. And while we're on this note, kisses to FP for becoming the new sheriff.
Sheriff Jones now, boy.
And lastly, kisses to Principal Weatherby for saying the most realistic thing we've heard on Riverdale in a long time.
I would strongly recommend that you repeat your junior year.
Don't look so shocked, Archie. You went to juvie first thing in September, and you've been on the run for almost an entire semester. Also, I'm shocked that you even passed your sophomore year, given the fact that you were Hiram's little henchman at all hours of the day.
I'm in high school. How am I supposed to know that?
You need to start doing homework, babe.
I think we're beyond that point, don't you?
And we're gonna end it there. Now, thank you all so much for tuning in, and be sure to check back with me next time for our Sweetwater Secrets preview show for episode 311, chapter 46, The Red Dahlia, for even more exclusive interviews with the stars. But for now, you know what to do. Please give this video a like, hit subscribe, and then head on down to the comments to tell me your hisses and kisses for the episode. Are you Team Varchie, Veggie, or neither? Were you disappointed by the tall boy twist? Who do you think shot Hiram? And should Archie be held back? Tell me everything you're thinking, and I'm sending kisses right to you, Riverbabes. See ya.